But breaking Amazon MGM news. Well, kind of, but we will talk about in a a second minute or so. But Netflix announced that Wednesday series was got renewed for the first season. They announced recently over on Deadline and Hollywood Reporter because Netflix was on board to in mid of the season two of Wednesday was coming in 2 weeks. August 6th is on, I think, on Wednesday, because yes, it was that actual release date that they announced that, and then because the Netflix wanted to continue the franchise between of the Wednesday series in the wake of the first season was gone huge success. It become the most watched original series on this ever on the streamer, more than 250 million views, and especially the famous Wednesday dance trend become on TikTok between with the speed up version of Lady Gaga's Bloody Mary song from Born This Way album. So I guess the song become popular. And yes, Lady Gaga will might be could be cameo in this season on Wednesday, but otherwise I hope it's gonna be good. But even after the I think the acting career was gone post A Star Was Born, because they had an acting career like after the failure of Joker 32 or something. They're like, oh, I think that Gaga's acting career was might going to be in, and like, nah, let's and then announce the cast of they might be Gaga will might be doing a cameo role in this season of Wednesday series, but and say, yeah, I think I hope it's gonna be good, even at because look, he can find the acting agent, find like after Joker further do like, oh my god, like dude, I think Gaga won't might fire the agent or some acting agent and like hire the new one. But then the Lady Gaga came on board to do the cameo role in the season two on Wednesday. But that's where it go. But still, I'm excited for that. And I want to mention the intro, like the Amazon NGN news. Well, not really, because Wednesday was just producing that project, but it was belong. This Tim Burton's Wednesday series was produced from Amazon NGN Television. Since back in at the time in 2022, that after Amazon bought NGM when between in March was no longer sold as the Amazon NGN Studios. I think that Wednesday series might move to Prime Video, since Amazon was pretty much known as the streaming service and the owner of the Amazon NGM Studios. However, this series remained stay on Netflix because after the final the end of the Squid Game series, and most important that the spoilers from the final episode that happened American spinoff was on the way because of David Fincher at the helm, and and before, and also the final season of Stranger Things was on the way, because Netflix continue producing better projects in film and TV. But even Netflix standards, like after Tadum event, like even Lady Gaga was appearing on a live stream. It's like similar from another. It's kind of similar to This Is Gaga Wing video parody thing, like from a Hillary show. Like, remember that? I was pretty much this similar. That in fact the Hillary show is a blueprint. That's the same thing. That's what no, like the Netflix success, and then people like cast art director and show crew aside, like, you know what? Let's do that with a real Lady Gaga in it. So there's that. So not sure it's going to be a scandal card. And like I want to mention that if you're at the time of because Wednesday season two was on already. Like last year, even though Tim Burton had been busy a lot of projects, and between this and along another project that Tim Burton was attached to direct with Warner Brothers, and that is the Attack of the 50-Foot Women remake, which is going to star Margot Robbie along with producing, attached to produce under Lucky Chap banner. I think this is going to be a pretty much the BC projects. Like back in, I think, like last year, like between filming the Wednesday season two and especially the sequel of that movie, Beetlejuice, that's like Tim Burton was complete like, oh, this is thing like I know that the this between the schedule contract between this and another movie, Beetlejuice. Like I think this is not related to that. And yes, between Wednesday's series and Beetlejuice was had the same cast, same female cat actress is Jenny Ortega, was become the kickstarts the acting career. But between also have the attacking a 50-foot woman was going to be Margot will be starred. And please don't cast Jenny Ortega in this. Okay, thanks. But still, I'm a little excited. But I hope that Attack of the 50-foot women was going to be in the works with Warner Brothers, and after with between also on the working on the season 3 of Wednesday on Netflix. But however, it also rumor that he might be planning to do a spin-off series of this show, which is I think it's going to be start. I think Emma Myers' character in Square might be doing a spin-off series. Like, look, Emma Myers is becoming huge. Like, after the success of the a Minecraft movie over at Warner Brothers Pictures, like he's a supporting act along with actors like Jack Black, uh, Jason Momoa, that Daniel Brooks, from the role from Peacemaker series over on HBO Max. And yes, season 2 is on the way next month. So hold the Snyder Bros in the comment section because DCU is about to begin. Suck it, Snyder Bros. Anyway, but where? Oh yeah, Wednesday seasons. But I hope that Emma Ryer's career was pretty much to sky was up to the roof. Like he's a support act, and he also announced he could be join a voice cast in Angry Birds third Angry Birds movie, not because I heard that originally that Sony Pictures drop out the rights because it's losing that rights, but now it's finding studio like Amazon, MGM, and other companies or Universal Illumination or maybe, but and eventually Paramount Animation and more the animation division of Paramount Pictures swoop up to this um, the distribution and the movie rights of the Angry Birds movie, and because since the parent company Angry Birds parent company um, Rovio Entertainment was just purchased by Sega, the best known the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. Since Paramount worked with Sega with the live action animated Sonic the Hedgehog movies, which gone huge success despite the controversy with the first teaser trailer that the design would look off, like the ugly Sonic, as we call. So it fixed it, released it before Pandemic in the first one, and the second movie mid after releasing mid the Pandemic ended, and now the third was gone huge success, and the Knuckles spin-off series was gone huge success on Paramount Plus. So well, we'll see what happens. The fourth film was in the works. Who knows? Like I mentioned, this lady might be going to be voice Amy in the fourth film. Make it happen, but we will see. Hashtag get Margot Robbie as voices of Amy for fourth Sonic movie. So there's that. But anyway, I hope Amy Meyer, like I said, Amy Meyer's career was gone through the roof, all because of this Wednesday series. So yeah, I hope to see what happens. But season 3 was in the works, but after releasing season 2, but I hope it's a lot of cast and crew of Bryce Rose, Jenny Ortega, and Mariah Myers, and I think Katina Jones, and I hope, and unfortunately, Christina Ricci was unveiled, was not returning as a Marrow Furberg because he had too busy doing a lot of projects like the Yellow Jacket series was also on Paramount Plus and Showtime because he had a connection with the fellow actors like Sophie Thatcher, who's become the Squeak Queen. You've seen Heretic and Companion, good films. You see, it was great. So we will see what happens. But I hope season 2 was coming in 2 weeks on August 6th. It was on Wednesday. So get ready, guys. It is still Wednesday, my dudes. Oh!